Welcome to the JRC ERT Accreditation Management System portal, also known as the AMS portal. This video will show you how to add a new clinical setting and new clinical personnel using the Clinical Settings Change Request. On the AMS portal login screen, type in your username and password and click on the Sign In button. You should now be looking at the AMS portal landing page. You can always get back to this page by clicking on the JRC ERT logo at the top left of any screen. Under the green Manage Clinical Settings tab, click on Clinical Settings Change Request. A table of clinical settings will appear. There are three different status types that may appear on the far right. Approved means the clinical setting has been approved. Pending means you have entered a new clinical setting but have not yet submitted it to the JRC ERT, and Pending Complete means you have submitted a clinical setting to the JRC ERT for approval, but it has not been reviewed by JRC ERT staff. To add a new clinical setting, click on the New icon at the top right of the table. When the clinical settings form appears, type in all the requested information and attach the required documents. After the accreditation documentation is attached, and before you begin entering the Radiology Department Administrator, click the OK button at the bottom of this page. This will create the new clinic. If the new setting was created correctly, it should now appear in the Clinical Settings table. Highlight the new setting and click the Edit icon at the top right of the table. Next, scroll down the form to Radiology Department Administrator and click New. Click on Select to the right of Contact and scroll through the list of names to see if the person has already been entered. If the name cannot be found, click on the word Select again and then continue to enter the information for the Radiology Administrator. Then click OK to save. After entering the Radiology Administrator, scroll down further to the section Clinical Instructors. To add a new clinical instructor, click the New icon at the top right corner of the Clinical Instructor table. When the Clinical Instructor form appears, click on the word Select to the right of the contact label. Scroll down to see if the person you are trying to add already exists. If they exist in the list, click on it and it will fill in some of the forms below. Fill in the credentials and then attach the required documents. If the person you are trying to add does not exist in the drop-down list, fill in all required fields on the form. The degree and degree documentation fields are optional for clinical instructors. When you are finished entering the new person, click OK at the bottom. The new clinical instructor will be added to the table at the bottom. When you are finished adding instructors to the clinical setting, click OK to save your changes. Use the same process to add more clinical settings. Thank you for viewing the AMS Portal video, Adding a New Clinical Setting. I hope this has been helpful in showing you how to add new clinical settings and personnel through the JRC ERT AMS portal. Look for other videos to help you complete applications, submit reports, and make changes to your program and clinical settings.